Hi, Dr. Brad Murray. Today I want to go through something that's away from glutes. You hear me talk glutes, 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 glutes. Get the glutes active, get the glutes strong, and that'll translate to power. That's true. Most people want to try to get stronger glutes, want to get better hip extension, want to get more core stability to be able to access that rotational power or that push power with that extension through the hip. One of the problems with this is as we get those glutes stronger, we got to make sure it's real easy to forget about those adductors. Often the battle is getting somebody to activate their glutes, keeping those glutes active and getting them away from letting everything kind of collapse in and use too much adductor groin type muscles. But we still want to make sure we're paying attention to that as you're progressing through. You may get some hip discomfort. This can even start to lead to hip instability, hip impingement, deep groin pain. We want to make sure that we can keep that active. We're going to do a glute activation, and we want to make sure that we're powerful on this and that we have control in the lateral plane, can open up our hip a little bit, can close our hip a little bit, just to make sure that we're not totally away from that guy. So what does it look like? Looks a lot like a side plank, but we're going to start with the leg up on a chair. From this position, the natural tendency is to keep that pelvis open. We want to start this with that pelvis perfectly stacked, which means the bony parts on the side of our hip are going to be perfectly aligned like this. So we're exactly on our side. You're always going to want to try to cheat this way. You're rarely going to see anybody try to cheat forward like this. So make sure you're getting that bony part of the front of your hip forward. From this position, often what you want to do is instead of going boom right into the drill where you fire your hips up, you want to slowly just load that leg where you're going to feel your body weight almost come off. You're going to do a couple reps on this guy just to start getting active, just to start to work this pattern. After you've done 2 or 3 where you haven't quite come off, but you've pushed your foot really hard down into that chair, then you can start to work on bringing that hip up with a pause and then back down. Once you've done a couple reps of this, hips up and back down, you want to make sure the core feels like it's okay. You're able to get your hips a little bit higher than that chair. You're feeling strong through your side of your core. You're feeling strong through your adductors to be able to do this. Then the next progression that we want you to try is get to that neutral. Let that hip roll in. The roll back will be really easy. And then back down and relax. Then you want to go through about 3 of those rolls. Once you've got that going, you'll be pretty confident that your adductors are used to contracting and relaxing. This can also be effective for those people that are overactive with their adductors. Often that's the problem. They're overactive. They're fighting against those glutes that are strong external rotators and abductors. And instead of totally relaxing, opening up, what you get is a co-contraction, and glutes are going to win every time. Much stronger muscle. You can get some micro disruption in some of the small muscles, pectineus, adductor brevis, even some of the insertional points of some of the bigger adductors, adductor magnus. What you want to do here is make sure that you're getting yourself active here, contract, relax sequences, so then when the glutes are tugging, they know how to function well enough to contract and relax in that motion as well without just being co-contracted and then pull that really hard. If you're getting groin dysfunction, groin pain, groin problems with your squats, with some of your hip movements, try these guys for a while to teach those muscles how to contract and relax a little more effectively.